Raise your hand if you have seen Mr. Jason upstairs in the community center with all of his animals. Who has been here for that? So you know how awesome this is, right? Now we're going to meet them up close and personal.
That's right. And you know what? A lot of the animals that we have here today with us are animals you may have seen before in person, but it's actually kind of interesting because we're so close to the camera that you guys will get to see the animals up close. Now, I'm going to bring out some animals. I'm going to tell you some cool, fun things and fun facts about them. And then after that, I have a special friend that's going to come out and say hi to us at the end, and we'll have some time to answer a bunch of questions. Now, this is actually our first summer reading program that we're doing so far. So you guys are the very first summer reading program we're doing online. And I think your theme is fairy tales. Is that correct?
It's Imagine Your Story. Yes.
Imagine your story. That's right. So we're going to actually get a chance to imagine some cool things today. And the first animal I want you to imagine has a shell. So think of an animal that has a shell. And you know what? I know that I can't hear you, but I can hear you. Everybody on the count of 3, call out an animal that has a shell. Oh, a snail. A turtle, a crab. These are all really good answers. Actually, they're excellent answers. So let's see which one of those creatures I brought with me today. First animal of the day that has a shell. What is it? Can you all tell me? A turtle, that's right. This is actually Baby the turtle. Everybody say, hey, baby. Now, baby is actually a type of turtle that likes to live on land. So there's some turtles that live in the water and some turtles that spend their life crawling around on the ground. We call this type of turtle a tortoise. That's right. And a cool thing about tortoises, not only do they live on the ground, but they also eat plants. Do you guys ever eat plants? Yeah, we do eat plants. Who likes to eat, oh, I know. Who likes to eat lettuce? Raise your hand if you eat lettuce. Lettuce are leaves of a plant. Who likes to eat, oh, I've got one. Carrots. Who likes carrots? I see a lot of hands going up. Carrots are actually the root of a plant. Here's my favorite. Who likes strawberries? Oh yeah, I see a ton of hands going up. Oh no, he's pooping. Hold on, he's pooping. Oh, you know what? This tends to happen at every show, so we're gonna make a little diaper for him right now. Hold on just a second. There we go. We'll make a little diaper for baby our tortoise. So he eats strawberries, which are actually they come from the flower of the plant. So when we're eating fruits and vegetables, we're actually eating plants, just like Baby the tortoise eats them. Look at him looking at you guys. We're going to give him the spotlight for a minute. Do you notice something? He has a really hard shell. That's right. That shell protects his body. So when he gets scared, tired, or upset, guess what? He goes inside and hides. Let me ask everybody, is he scared right now? Let me see everybody, yes or no? No, all right, see everyone shaking their, right, he's not scared. He's out looking at you guys. See, his head is out. Oh, look, he almost went in. He almost got nervous for a minute. Let's see. Oh, don't be nervous. There you go, buddy. Oh, he got a little nervous. You see how he tucks his head in? That's because he's a little shy sometimes. But for the most part, he knows that we're not going to hurt him. So now his head is out. You can see that his legs are out. When he's out of his shell, he feels comfortable and he feels safe. But if a hawk came flying over him, or maybe if he saw a coyote, that could scare him. and then he would tuck inside of that shell and he would hide. So that way other animals don't try to, any guesses? Eat him or hurt him. That's right. Now I got an important question. We said that baby, he eats a lot of plants. Do you think he ever eats pizza? What do you think? Yes or no? Does he eat pizza? Yes or no? No, he doesn't eat pizza. Only the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles eat pizza, guys, okay? So baby's not a pizza-eating turtle at all. But you know what? I'm going to change his diaper, and we're going to get ready to learn about the next animal of the day. So everybody say, bye-bye, baby. There you go. Yeah, we got to change that diaper. He gets a little dirty sometimes, but don't forget, every animal poops. Actually, I'm going to tell you something else. Do you guys want to hear a little secret? Okay. So, when a turtle goes to the bathroom, they dig a hole, and then baby poops in the hole. You know, like that. And then he covers it up, and then the poop has seeds in it from the plants that he was eating. And then they actually grow into new fruit and veggies for other animals and him to go back to eat to. So they actually make their own garden. It's pretty cool. Well, we're going to learn about another animal now. And the next animal we're going to meet eats plants, but it also eats bugs. That's right. So it eats plants and bugs. Does anybody know what that's called? It's called an omnivore. Let's see who our omnivore is today. Give me just a moment. Woo! Look at this guy. Whoa, check him out. There we go. Let's get him in a position where you can tell. Oh, he wants to eat the camera. You're going to eat the camera? No, don't eat the camera, buddy. This right here is Spike. And Spike is a lizard called a bearded dragon. Look at this guy. And he looks scary, right? But don't be afraid. He's actually really, really nice. Right, Spike? Oh, there we go. Want me to rub your chin, Spike? Good job, buddy. So Spike likes to eat both plants, and he also likes to eat bugs. Ooh, I just saw somebody say, I thought it would be a chicken. Well, you know what? We are gonna meet a chicken today. Don't worry, I promise. But we're gonna talk about Spike and how he eats bugs. Spike has a really long tongue, just kind of like a frog. Actually, you know what? Why talk about it? Do you want to see him eat some bugs? Oh, I don't see enough people shaking their heads. Do you guys want to see him eat some bugs? Let me see. Oh, someone said no. That might be a little gross, right? It's okay. It's not that gross. It's actually kind of cool. Let me get some bugs for Spike. All right. So Spike is a lot like a frog, like I said, and he'll stick his tongue out so he can eat the bugs. So I have, ooh, these bugs are slippery. Ooh, they're really slippery. Hold on. Let's see if we can get some bugs out. There we go. Ugh, wait till you see this. Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna feed Spike some bugs right now. Give me just a moment. I think you guys are gonna love it. All right. So we're gonna put the camera on Spike, and we're gonna put a bug right here for him. Let's see how hungry he is today. Spike, you gotta eat a bug. Now don't embarrass me now, Spike. Ready? Come on, I know you're hungry. He sees it. Oh, did you guys see?
Awesome. That's awesome, Jason.
Let's do it. Let's see if he's ready for another. You know, he does eat a lot of bugs, but sometimes he gets full. Oh, I think he's still hungry, guys.
Oh my God.
Do you guys want to do another? I think he's ready. Are you ready, buddy? Oh, maybe not. He's still chomping on that one. I got one more for you. Oh! Let's see. We're going to do one more time. What do you guys say? One more? I don't see anybody shaking their heads. Okay, here we go. Spike, one more bug for you. There you go. Good job, buddy. Feeding Spike the lizard is one of my favorite things to do. Now, he looks really rough, right? He kind of feels like sandpaper, actually. And that's because he actually lives in the sand. He comes from the desert, which is really hot and really dry. And the desert, he needs to be able to blend in. He needs to be able to hide into that sandy environment. So what do we call it when an animal blends in or hides in their environment? On the count of 3, I want everybody to call it out. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
Camouflage.
That's right. It's called camouflage. Camouflage. Everybody say it again. Camouflage.
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 Excellent.
Camouflage.
Good job, everybody. Without that camouflage, other animals might see them. They might try to eat them. Remember before we learned about the tortoise, and he hides in his shell if he gets scared. Well, he doesn't really have a shell to hide, and there's not really a lot of places to hide in the desert. So blending in with the sand, having camouflage is the best way for him to stay safe. Oh, let's see. Someone said, can you put the worm far? I want to see how long his tongue goes. All right, you know what? I got one more worm here. And we'll try. We'll see how far his tongue goes. But I do know this. Spike, he's kind of a little lazy. So he doesn't always stick his tongue out all the way. But we'll try. We're going to try one more time. Let's see what we can do. All right. All right, Spike, we're going to put the worm way over here. Are you going to stick your tongue out for us? Are you going to be lazy now, Spike? Let's put it there. Let's see. Oh! Hopefully you got to see his tongue come out a little bit longer that time.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So I have a lot of different creatures I want us to meet today, which is actually kind of more fun because when we're in person, sometimes I don't get to bring all the animals out that I want you guys to see because they can't all travel with me. But since we're right here, I have a very special creature that doesn't travel with me very often. Let me get him right now. But I'm going to have to wake him up. He's sleeping. So while I put Spike away, I want you to think about an animal that's awake at night and asleep during the day. Oh, and I do see here, someone wrote, he waits for the worm to come to him. Yeah, he's a little lazy. All right, let's put Spike away. And I'm going to wake up that animal that's sleeping right now. Now remember, an animal that sleeps in the daytime comes out at night in the dark. While I wake him up, keep thinking of some creatures that are like that, okay? Here I go. All right, little buddy, it's time to wake up. Ooh, he is grouchy. Woo! You know, I'm kind of grouchy too when I first wake up. Ooh, let's see if we can wake him up at all here. Now, have you thought of some animals that are awake at night, asleep in the day? Like an owl, a bat, maybe, oh, I don't know. Maybe a skunk? Or how about, woo, he's a little prickly. Ouch, 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 ouch. His name is Tickles the Hedgehog. Let's see if we can really get him to wake up now. You gonna wake up for us, Tickles? There we go. You know when an animal's awake at night and asleep in the day, he's cute, right? When an animal's awake at night and asleep in the day, we have a big word for that. On the count of 3, I want everyone to say the word nocturnal. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Nocturnal.
Very good. Excellent
Wow,
job.
you guys are
Nocturnal. So he's going to be a little grouchy because he's usually sleeping when the sun is out and it's daytime. Now, nocturnal creatures actually can see in the dark, but not with a flashlight or night vision goggles. Look at his beady little eyes. You see those beady little eyes? They're small, but they're very dark, and they actually help him absorb light from what glows at nighttime in the sky? The sun or the
Moon.
moon? That's right. So he actually uses light from the moon to find his way around at nighttime in the dark. Now, you notice he's got a pointy little nose. You see that pointy little nose he's got right there? Look at that thing. He uses that to dig around in the dirt because he likes to find icky, gooey things to eat. Like slugs, bugs, grubs, snails, worms, snakes, frogs, spiders, lizards, tarantulas, maggots, leeches, cockroaches, moths, and anything else gross, gooey, slimy, and disgusting. Ew. You're right. I have a message here. He looks like Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog. Only one difference, though. What color is Sonic, everybody? He's blue. That's right. Where Tickles the Hedgehog isn't very blue, is he? No. Hey, Tickles, why don't we show them your prickles now, okay? Yeah. So we're talking about how animals protect themselves today. Remember, we learned that the tortoise has a shell. We learned that the bearded dragon uses camouflage. I'm sure you can guess how a prickly head... Woo! I'm sure you can guess how a prickly hedgehog protects themselves with all these sharp little spines and prickles. When he gets scared, when he's really tired, or when he's upset, he curls into a ball. And then all those little prickles, yeah, look at someone just said his spikes. That's right, he's spiky. These little spikes stick straight up in the air. And then it's a little hard to touch them, let alone try to eat them. So it's really important that he keeps his spikes nice and clean. So that way they're always ready to defend him if a crazy creature wants to eat him. I know, you want to go back to sleep, right? Yeah, you know what, my friends? It's not really dark enough for him to stay awake for too long. So we're going to let him go back to his cave and have a nap. Everybody say, good night, Tickles. Well, that was a good... Here we go. Oh, look, his little tongue was just sticking out there. Oh, look at his tongue. You see his little tongue? All right, Tickles, let's put you back in your cave, buddy. Tickles happens to be one of my favorite creatures. But like I said, if he's awake for too long during the day, he does get a little grouchy. But you know what? Let's bring out an animal. This animal's really never grouchy. She actually happens to be one of my best friends. Now, the animal we're about to meet right now is the softest animal in the entire world. Are you ready? Let's bring her out. All righty. And here she is. I can see everybody going, "Aw, look at her. She is, her, how you doing?" Her name is Chica. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have you guys guess. I'm going to have you guys guess which animal this is. So is there a way that we can unmute everybody so that way they can tell me what animal they think this is?
Sure, everybody can unmute themselves.
Everybody, if you want to join into the conversation for a moment.
Maybe a hamster?
A hamster's a good guess. Who thinks it's a squirrel? A raccoon?
What?
Rabbit. These are really good guesses, everybody. A mouse. An elephant. On an elephant. I think I heard it. I heard somebody say chinchilla. Everybody say chinchilla. All right, good job. Let's learn a little bit about the chinchilla, friends. This is Chica the chinchilla. So everybody say hi, Chica. You'll notice that Chica has really big ears. And those big ears are very helpful for her to do what with? What do we use our ears for, everybody?
Hearing.
Hear, to listen. That's right. She can hear things from really far away. It kind of helps her stay safe if she can hear danger.
Excuse me.
Oh, what's up?
Her ears kind of look like a bat's ears.
Oh, they are. And you know what? Her ears also help her stay cool when it's very hot. Chinchillas like to live where it's kind of chilly. Actually, they live in Chile. But my friends, if it gets too warm for them, this really soft, furry coat is super hot. So it's really hard for them to stay cool. But their ears actually help cool them off. It's true. It's like an air conditioning system for a chinchilla. It's crazy.
So cute.
Oh. Do you notice these things moving right here? Do you see her nose? Do you see her nose wiggling and all those little things like what are they called?
Whiskers.
That's right. They're called whiskers. Look at those whiskers moving so fast.
They're called whiskers.
They are. That's right. And whiskers are like our
Fingers.
What sense do we use our fingers for?
Touching.
For the sense of touch. Excellent. See, when we use our fingers, we can feel and sense things around. Well, they do have little hands, but they're using their hands most of the time for jumping around. So while they're jumping around, they need something to feel what's around them. And that's why they use long, wiggly whiskers. They help them sense and touch and feel. Oh, look at those big, dark eyes. Does anybody remember when you see an animal with dark eyes, what that might mean? What time do you think she's awake? Do you think she's awake at nighttime or daytime?
Nighttime.
Nighttime. Just like the hedgehog had really dark eyes to help see in the dark. Well, guess what? Chinchillas are also nocturnal. They usually sleep in the daytime and are awake at night too. And that's why her eyes are so dark there. You're looking at everybody? Want to say hi? There you go. Chinchillas happen to be one of my favorite animals. And their favorite thing to eat are sunflower seeds. Do you guys like sunflower seeds? Anybody here like sunflower seeds?
Yeah.
Oh, I see somebody going like this. What about, how about pumpkin seeds? No, I see a lot of no's for that one too. Well, you know what? One of their favorite treats of all are raisins. Who likes raisins?
I do.
Yeah, I like raisins.
I love
too.
raisins.
And that's one of her favorite treats. Alrighty, we got another thing to do. So we're going to put Chica back so we can learn about another animal. I want everybody to say bye-bye, Chica.
Bye-bye, Chica. Bye, Chica. Bye, Chica.
Good job. Woo! My hands are actually all super soft, and I don't know if you can see on the camera. Do they look a little sparkly to you?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you see it a little bit? It
Yes,
might be hard to see. They're a little sparkly, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's because the chinchilla just had a dust bath. Yeah. The chinchilla's fur is so soft and so special that they actually have to take a dust bath instead of a water bath. Water is not good for their fur. If they get water on it, it actually can fall out. And then they'd be bald like a grandpa. Mm-hmm. So they roll around in this dust, and the dust tends to be very sparkly. All right. Well, let's see here. We have a choice. I'm looking at two different creatures that I could bring out for you guys. One creature lays us something for breakfast. Mm-hmm.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Oh, it's a chicken. The other creature is a princess, like in a fairy tale.
Princess one.
Do we want to meet?
Princess one.
Do we want to meet the princess one? Is that what we'd like to do?
Yeah. Princess.
Okay. So here we go, everybody. We're about to meet a beautiful, gorgeous princess. So use your imagination, my friends. Here we go.
A frog?
Is this a princess?
No.
Yeah, a beautiful frog.
A beautiful frog. Well, you know what? She is an animal, and she is a beautiful frog.
Princess and the frog.
Princess and the frog. That's right. And her name is Princess. Now, my friends, Princess the frog is a dry, if you notice, I'm going to touch her right now.
Is she bumpy?
She is. She's very dry and bumpy. Does anybody know what you call? Oh! Did you see? Oh! Oh! Did you guys see what just happened?
Yeah, she peed.
Having a lucky day, Jason.
Oh, I'm glad I'm always prepared.
He didn't pee.
Oh. Well, you know what? Every animal has to pee, just like baby went poop, remember? Someone just wrote, ick. I agree. But don't worry. There's an old story. It's a fairy tale that if the toad or a frog pees on you, you'll catch warts. Or if you touch them, you'll catch warts. But that's not true. You can safely pet and touch them with no problem. You're not going to catch warts from them. Now, friends, she's a dry, bumpy frog, so we do call that a toad. But no matter what, she is a type of frog, and she eats bugs, which is a really important job. Anybody know why eating bugs would be an important job? Anybody want to guess? Any guesses? I'll tell you what. I'll give you a hint. Do you guys want bugs crawling all over you?
No.
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 No, we don't want mosquitoes and all that stuff. That's why we have animals like frogs to eat up a bunch of those bad, disgusting, icky bugs. Oh, did you see what she just did with her eyes? Watch this. Whoa. Well, she's blinking, right? But I want to show you something. She actually has 2 eyelids. So everybody close your eyes for 3 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now open your eyes. When your eyes were closed, you couldn't see anything. Well, when she closes her eye all the way, she can't see anything either. But she's got an extra eyelid, which is clear. Yeah, watch. Do you see that clear eyelid that closes? Go ahead, Princess, do it again for us. Ready, Princess? Do it one more time. Oh, maybe she doesn't want to do it now. Let's see. Princess, go ahead. Oh, do you see that? Let's do it again. Well, I guess she doesn't want to do it right now.
I saw that before.
She goes. But when she closes her eyes, she has a clear eyelid. That's so if she does go in the water or if she's digging around in the dirt, she doesn't scratch her eyes or hurt her eyes. It's like having goggles on. So they're built in. Alligators have the same thing. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's go back to using our imagination and back to fairy tales, since using your imagination is part of your summer reading theme. Imagine that this is a real princess. Well, actually, wait. Something would have to happen first. Any guesses of what we'd have to do first before this is a real princess? Any guesses? I'd have to give her a kiss, right?
You need a kiss.
I gotta give her a kiss, right? Okay. So, just for you guys, I'm going to give Princess a big smooch. And let's see if she turns into a real princess. Here we go, everybody. Count to 3 really loud with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Days ago, I went to the beach and it was a really nice day. Yeah. Okay, no. Let's count again. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yuck! Yuck, yuck, yuck!
He's kissing a real frog.
I've never tried to
He kissed a real frog.
Oh, I did, but did she turn into a real princess?
No.
Someone just wrote yuck. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I kissed her and I didn't even get a real princess. But I guess that's a fairy tale. Well, friends, we're going to put
Maybe it's a
Princess
toad.
back because we still have one more special animal to meet and a guest to come out at the end of the show. And then we have some time for question and answers. So everybody say bye-bye, Princess.
Bye. Bye.
Wow, that was crazy. So we're gonna get a chance now. Let me just clean up here a little bit. We're gonna get a chance now to meet a very special friend of mine, and this special friend lays breakfast. Any guesses? What animals can lay eggs? Chicken lays eggs. Are chickens the only animals that lay eggs?
No.
Oh, what are some others?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs!
lay eggs.
Yes,
Very
dinosaurs.
good.
Ostriches.
Ostriches lay eggs. That's a great answer.
Birds.
All birds. Wonderful. Different reptiles like lizards, spike the bearded dragons lay eggs, and tortoises lay eggs. So
Crocodiles.
Say that one again.
Crocodiles.
Crocodiles. Excellent. Great answers, everybody. All right. So here's what we're gonna do.
Robin.
Why don't we count to 5? And by the time we count to 5, I'll have a chicken. Here we go. 1,
2, 3,
4.
5.
A chicken.
Here she
Chicken.
is. This is our chicken. Her name is Feathers. Everybody say hi. Whoop. There you go.
Hi,
Feathers.
Feathers.
Hi, everybody say hi, Feathers.
Hi, Feathers. Hi,
Feathers.
Feathers. Hello.
Do you see Feathers is not looking at the camera? She sees a fly. And chickens like to eat flies too.
I thought chickens eat
Boys and
corn.
girls. Oh, actually, that's a great question or a great comment. See, chickens actually are omnivores, very similar to the bearded dragon, because they like to eat worms, they eat bugs, but they also eat grain like corn and rice and different types of seeds. But here's what's really interesting. They also eat little teeny tiny rocks. Did you ever hear about that? Have you ever heard about an animal that eats rocks?
No.
Well, guess what? Chickens don't have any teeth. So they pick up their food with this beak right here.
And you just swallow it?
They just swallow it. But guess what? That means it's not ground up. So if she eats a piece of corn, it just goes in her belly. We use our teeth to chew food. Well, we chew so we don't choke, but we also chew to help our body digest the food. So she has to eat little pieces of grain and sand and little tiny stones and pebbles, because when she swallows them, they go in her belly and they mix and grind up all the food, which makes it easier for the chicken to take a poop.
Yuck.
Yuck is right.
Yucko.
Look at that. Now, boys and girls. So we were joking before, and I said that she makes breakfast for us, and we know that chickens lay eggs.
Yes.
But not all eggs are for us to eat. Some eggs are for us. Any guesses?
And some eggs are for more chickens.
There you go. Some eggs are for us to hatch out more baby chicks. That's right. Now, the eggs that go to the grocery store, don't worry. They do not have baby chicks inside them, okay? So it's perfectly safe to get them and cook them. You're not hurting a baby chick.
How do you get the chicks out of them if there are chicks in the eggs?
Well, that's a good question. So if it's a special egg that a baby chick is going to grow out of, the mom chicken has to sit on those eggs. And see all her feathers? She makes a nest and she sits on those eggs to keep them really, really warm. Actually, at like 101 degrees. Now, when the egg is kept that warm, the baby chick grows inside. And as the baby chick is growing in the egg, it eats something in the egg. It eats the yellow part. Does anybody know what the yellow part is called?
The yolk.
Yolk, that's right. No joke. Excellent answer. No joke. It's called the yolk. So just like we eat the yolk, a baby chick that's growing inside of an egg eats the yolk also. And then after 3 weeks, that's 21 days, the baby chick begins to hatch out of the shell. But you're looking at the camera. You know what? I think she just discovered herself in the camera. She's looking at the screen wondering why there's another chicken looking at her. Well, my friends, after 3 weeks, the baby chick hatches out and it has to hatch out all by itself. So the mom chicken doesn't help the baby at all. That helps the baby become bigger and stronger and healthier. So that way it's ready for the big world ahead. Right, Feathers? Yeah? How you doing, Feathers? You guys ever notice the red stuff on chickens, their comb? You ever see that before? Yeah? Well, guess what? That's actually to help the chicken stay cool if it gets too hot. Hey, Feathers, what do you say? Do you think we should meet a very special friend before questioning time? What do you think? Oh, you see the special friend over there, don't you? Here. All right, my friends, we're going to put Feathers back so we can get ready to meet one more special friend, and then we're going to do some questions. But what I'd like everybody to do is say, peace out, chicken.
Peace out, chicken.
No, not
Peace out, chicken.
no, not piece of chicken. Peace out, chicken.
Peace out, chicken.
All right,
out,
here we go,
chicken.
everybody.
Peace out, chicken.
Peace out, chicken.
Are you guys having a good time so far today?
Yes.
I have to say, you guys have definitely been a fun group. And we still have one more friend to bring out, and then we're going to do some questions. But let's just do a quick review. In the beginning, we learned about Baby the tortoise. Baby the tortoise eats plants and has a shell to protect itself. Then we met Spike, the bearded dragon. And we said he's really rough like sandpaper because he has to use camouflage to blend into the sand. We met an animal, actually 2 animals, that are usually awake at night and asleep in the daytime. We met Tickles the hedgehog and Chica the chinchilla. Both are which nocturnal animals. We also got a chance to meet, anybody else remember who was next? Remember, I had to kiss her?
Say
The frog.
The frog, Princess the Frog, that's right. But she was a dry, bumpy kind of a frog. So what do we call a dry, bumpy frog again, everybody?
Oh.
Oh, that's right, a toad. Oh, and we just met the chicken. But you know what? I feel like we should stay on the farm for a few extra moments. Are you guys ready to meet a farm animal? Another farm animal?
Yeah.
Please be a cow.
A cow?
Please be a sheep.
A cow? Well, let's go find out.
sheep.
Give me just a moment. I'm going to bring her on over. Everybody, let's count to 5. Ready? 1,
1,
2,
3, 4,
4, 5, 6.
woo!
Is that a cow?
Oh, you're right. It is a cow. It's okay. Calm down. It's sweet. Okay. Calm down. Yeah, she's a little crazy. This is sweet. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. Oh boy. This is Sweet Lips, the cow. Everybody say, "Hey, Sweet Lips." Now, my friends, we just learned that chickens lay eggs for us to eat. What do cows? Okay, back up a little. Okay, there we go. What do cows make for us to? She's a little nuts. All right, what do cows make for us to drink?
Milk.
That's right. They make milk. And don't forget, we don't just drink milk. We also can turn milk into other foods like cheese,
Yes.
yogurt, butter, and my favorite, who likes ice cream?
Me. I love ice cream.
But you know what? Before Sweet Lips makes milk, she loves to listen to music. So what we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to actually sing her a little song, and we're going to, what? Oh, that's right. Sweet Lips just learned how to play a new instrument. Would you like to see the instrument that Sweet Lips likes to play? Yeah? Let's see. Hold on a second here.
I just wanted to do it in here.
All right, Sweet Lips, enough. My friends, what kind of instrument is this?
Cowbell.
Bell, that's right. And does anybody know why cows have bells? They have
In case
bells.
they escape.
Well, I thought it was because their horns don't work. Get
What
it?
if they
have a bell
escape?
with your horns. You're right.
Good.
Actually, farmers used to put bells on their cows so they could hear where they were out in the field. So that's an excellent answer. So listen, here's what we're going to do. I know we've got kids of all ages watching the show. I know we've got little kids, and we've got kids that can read. But I want us all to work together. We are going to sing Sweet Lips' favorite song, which is our ABCs. I want to hear everybody singing nice and loud, nice and proud, and Sweet Lips is going to have a little surprise for us. So here we go. Let's sing our ABCs. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, Q, R, S, T, U, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you
Nice job, guys.
Good job, everybody, and good job, Sweet Lips. And now it's time for Sweet Lips to make some milk. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Sweet Lips is making milk.
Is that real?
Here we go. Ready?
Milk.
Is that milk real?
Yeah, of course. Well, it's skim milk. It looks like water. All right, my friends. Look, here comes my favorite part of the show. When you guys get to ask me some questions. So everybody say, "Cowabunga, Sweet Lips." All right, Sweet Lips.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, because we have a lot of children here today. So if you could please do down in the corner with his reactions, you could put like a thumbs up, or no, you know what? I think in the participants, where is the raise hand? Well, let's do, if you could just hold your hand up and I could look at you and I could call on you if you have a question for Jason, okay? Let me just get the gallery view. Does anybody have a question? I'll unmute you so we can hear everybody. Who has a question? Raise your hand if you have a question. Russell? Okay, Russell, go ahead.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Russell, did you have a question?
Actually, not really.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute you again so we can hear. Lexi, you have a question? Go ahead.
You have a question.
Oh, that's right.
Question: If can't press it. If it's the lizard if the lizard is in the sand, there's no oxygen in the sand. So how will he breathe?
Oh, that's right. All animals need oxygen to breathe. But I just didn't hear where you said if he was where. You said the desert?
You said if he's in the sand, how would he be able to breathe?
Oh, great question. Yes. Well, actually, let me show you a little something. Let me bring him back out for a minute.
I have a question.
This is a really good question.
Okay, everybody's gonna have a chance. So everybody's gonna take a turn, okay?
You see right here is actually his nostril, right under his eye, that little hole right there. So the rest of his body can be under the sand, and he'll actually have his nose sticking up out of the sand just a little bit. So that way he can breathe still while he's hiding the rest of his body. So that's a wonderful question, actually. Great job.
Very good question. Thank you, Lexi. I'm going to mute you again. Okay, and then I see Abigail, you have a question, right?
And you want to ask?
Yes,
Okay.
are most of the animals that you have are rescued?
The animals that we have here were either somebody else's pet. Yep. So that way they had a new home to come to, so we can learn about them here. And a couple of them are actually my favorite pets that I have. So for the chinchilla, she actually is a baby chinchilla that was born from 2 chinchillas that were given to us as a rescue. So that's a great question.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Abigail. I'm going to mute you again. Amy, did you have a question? And then I see Claire and Ryan also have a question. Amy, did you have a question? Amy Duncan, I saw your thumbs up before. Did you have a question? No?
What's your question?
Okay. And now we're going to go to Claire and we're going to go to Claire and Ryan, okay?
Chinchilla eat. How do they eat? Chinchilla eat.
Oh, the chinchilla has a chinchilla eat? Good question. The chinchilla uses its little hands kind of like a squirrel. In fact, actually, if you want to, before we end the session, I'll go grab a sunflower seed after questions, and we'll see if the chinchilla's hungry and see if she wants to eat in front of us, okay?
Great. Thank you. Amy, thank you. Okay, now Claire and Ryan are going to ask a question.
How does the turtle like see if there are any predators coming from his shell?
That's a good question. So when the
Okay, wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Maeve, I'm going to mute you. We have to have everybody muted while we're hearing one person, okay? So everybody takes a turn. Now, Claire and Ryan, what was the question?
How can the turtles see the predators from the shell?
Absolutely. So when the turtle is just kind of eating or hanging out, his head is usually out. And then when he sees the predator, that's when he'll tuck his head in to make sure that it's okay. If he gets really scared, he actually uses his feet to cover his eyes to protect his eyes when he's inside of the shell. When he feels that there's no more danger, then he'll come back out and take a peek to make sure that there really isn't any danger. And if there still is, he'll quickly go back inside and protect his eyes. So that's a great question. But when he's hiding and his eyes are covered, he can't see. He just has to stay tucked in until he feels it's safe.
That's a very good question. Thank you.
Very good.
So Aurora, you have a question? I'm going to ask to unmute you, okay? Hold on a second. Can you unmute? There you go. Go on, Aurora.
Do tortoises eat?
What did you say?
How do tortoises eat?
Good question. So the tortoises actually have a really thick tongue. So we all have a tongue, and our tongue helps us taste and eat. When the tortoise is eating a plant, he actually will use his feet, and he'll hold the leaf down, and he'll tear it using his mouth. And he also will use his tongue. His tongue is really strong, so it helps him mush and rip the plant up so he can eat it. That's a great question.
That's a great question. Thank you, Aurora. And then we have Jennifer and then Russell. Jennifer, you're going to go first.
Do you do any more of these sessions?
Are we going to have any more of these sessions? Why, you had a lot of fun today? Well, I do believe that the library is going to repost a recording of the video, right?
Yes, we are. So you'll be able to see this again. And hopefully next year we'll have Jason back in person and you can meet some of his friends and touch them in person. So we're hoping to do. That's a very good question. Thank you so much,
Great
Jennifer.
job.
Russell, you had a question? No? Okay. Nope. Sienna, did you have a question?
Yeah, stand up.
Yes.
Okay, just speak loudly. Come closer. Thank you.
Why does the frog blow up big?
Why did the frog blow up big?
That is a great question. When I brought Princess out, she looked kind of like a big balloon, right?
Yeah.
Good
Yep.
question.
You know why? Frogs, they do not have any ribs. Everybody go like this. Feel those bones right there? Those are ribs. But frogs don't have them. So our ribs protect our heart and our lungs. But frogs, they don't have anything to protect that. So they blow up like a big balloon. So it's kind of like a cushion to protect their heart and lungs. So when I was holding her, she didn't want to get dropped. So she was blowing up to protect those organs. They do that sometimes when they're angry or scared also. Great question.
I also have a question too.
Go ahead, buddy. Yep.
How old are all the animals that you have?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, there's so many different creatures and there's so many different ages. But, I can tell you that Baby the tortoise has been with me for about 5 years, and he can live to be about 35, even 50 years old. Tickles the hedgehog is about 6 years old. Feathers the chicken has been with me. She's lived with us for about maybe 1 year, but she's probably about 3 years old. Spike the bearded dragon, he came to live with me when he was a little teeny weeny baby. And he's been with me for about 7 years now, maybe 6 or 7 years. And let's see, Chica the chinchilla was born about 2 years ago. And Princess is probably about 10 years old now. So that's a great question. Excellent job. You're welcome, buddy.
So I think we have time for like 2 more questions. Does anybody else have a question that didn't have a chance to ask a question? Is there anyone that didn't have a chance to ask a question that wants to ask a question? Raise your hand if you have it. Ryad, would you like to ask a question? I'm going to ask to unmute. Ryad, did you have a question? Riyadh, am I saying your name right, honey? Can you unmute?
Yes.
Riyadh, did you want to ask a question? Go ahead. Did you have a question? Riyadh,
Yeah.
what was your question, honey?
Why do chickens eat little rocks?
Oh, great question. So we use our teeth to chew our food, but chickens don't have teeth. So when they eat little rocks and pebbles, it goes in their belly and it helps grind all the food up. So it's just kind of like us chewing our food, but using little rocks and pebbles instead. Great question. Excellent.
Very good question. Thank
Very
you so
good.
much. And then one more question. We have time for one more question. Juliana, you would like to ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Why do we have teeth? 'Cause why does the hedgehog have really small eyes and we have really big eyes?
Awesome question. So I think your first question was, why do we have teeth, right? Well, for some reason, I guess we're not supposed to eat rocks to chew up our food. And I'm glad we have teeth because I wouldn't want to eat rocks. But the great question is comparing our eyes to a hedgehog's eyes. Well, we said the hedgehog is awake at night. So his eyes are really beady and dark because they only need a little bit of light to see. But we need a lot of light to see. So we kind of need the light turned on, or we need the sun out. And our eyes are made so we can see more in the daytime, where the hedgehog's eyes are made so they can see better at nighttime. So that's a wonderful question. Excellent job.
Excellent question.
Great. Wonderful.
Well, I would like everybody to give a big round of applause and a shout out to Mr. Jason. Wasn't this awesome way to start off summer reading?
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm glad I could be part of it.
Thank you so much. And you can unmute.